Hi, I'm Rich Torrey. Welcome to another Level Up Cartooning. All you ever need to follow along with me is a pencil and paper. It doesn't get any easier than that, right? Before we start, I wanted to give you a little heads up that I'm going to cut back to one video a week for July, maybe part of August. Call it a summer schedule. Time to rest and retool a bit. I'll be here each week, just not quite as much. Don't worry, we'll ramp things up immediately after that. I might even try doing a few lives this summer. Anyway, so after drawing a bunch of classic cartoon villains, we've been drawing some of the heroes and heroines of TV and film animation. And as I explained, I'm not really talking about crime fighters, I just mean strong, positive characters. On Wednesday, we drew one of the best, Woody from the Toy Story series of movies. And it hit me that if we drew Woody, we had to draw Jessie, more formally known as Jessie the yodeling cowgirl. I know, you thought I was going to say Buzz. We'll get around to Buzz eventually. But Jessie has many of the same qualities as Woody. First of all, like Woody, Jessie is a Western-themed rag doll. Also like Woody, she's a smart, strong, compassionate leader. But let's say she's just a little more hyper than Woody. Anyway, before we get started, make sure you hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button as it helps this channel to grow, and hit the bell so you never miss a lesson. Okay, so let's draw the can-do cowgirl, Jessie, from Toy Story. We're going to draw Jessie step by step, giving you the secret formula to be able to draw her again and again. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I normally use the character's head to figure out how big the entire character is. In this pose, Jessie is a little over 3 heads tall. In other words, however tall her head is, the whole character is a bit over 3 of those. Okay, so let's start with that roadmap for Jessie from Toy Story. So there's our roadmap for Jessie. Now we're on to step 2. In this step, we do what I call roughing out the features. I want to remind you that until the third and final step, you want to draw as light as possible. You'll see that I use guidelines to help you to know where to put Jessie's nose, eyes, mouth, some of the other things. We don't want those guidelines in the final drawing, so you want to draw them light enough to be able to erase them easily. Okay, so let's rough out Jessie's features. Okay, so there are the roughed out features of Jessie. So now with the roadmap done and the features roughed out, it's time for the final step. In step 3, we get to have fun. We get to draw in the final details of Jessie. We don't have to guess where to put things because we've already done all the hard work figuring that out. In this step, it's okay to draw darker, but don't press too hard or mindlessly retrace over the lines you've already drawn. Always draw with an eye on tweaking and improving until the very end. Okay, so let's draw in the details for Jessie. Alrighty, there she is, Jessie the yodeling cowgirl from the Toy Story movies. So how do you think you did? Understand, if you've never drawn Jessie before, you can't expect to have drawn her perfectly. You notice I don't spend time coloring our yodeling cowgirl during this video because I want my lesson to focus solely on the drawing process. Now you have the secret formula, the process for drawing Jessie. And with that, you can draw her again and again. And by all means, color her when you're done. I promise each time you draw her, it'll be a little better and a little easier. I also promise the more you work with me, the better you're going to get at all of your cartoon characters. For those of you who want to go a little deeper, click on the link below for my free 4-part drawing series where I spend more time explaining the details and the thinking behind each step of what I call the level up cartooning process. So I'd love to see your drawing of Jessie. If you can, take a picture and post it on either Facebook or Instagram, and don't forget to include the hashtag levelupcartooning. I hope you had fun with this one. Remember to subscribe, and thanks for joining me. Remember, next week we start our summer schedule. Have a happy 4th of July, and keep drawing, my friends.